It's a park in Dundee, Scotland. And there's a little forest. Let's go in. Maybe somebody built some kind of shelter. A homeless person, maybe. And here's a burnt out car. Imagine you found a skeleton in it. Another forest. Oh, there's somebody with their dog. Perhaps a failed attempt at starting a forest fire. Better luck next time. This is an incredibly clean forest. Like, if this was my hometown, if this was in my hometown, there'd be homeless people everywhere. There'd be tents pitched everywhere. You'd need private security to patrol the place 24/7. Oh shit, deer. Another fire. And of course, shopping cart, which has not been burned to shit. So a car and a shopping cart and a deer somewhere off there. Get the feeling like these trees are gonna fall over. While I'm trying to film this deer. Oh, there's two. decided to use the phrase low-key a lot. I've just been talking to myself. Low-key. It's a phrase you can put into basically any sentence. It's like, there's a guy over there, like low-key golfing. I'm looking up at these trees. They're kind of low-key swaying. Kind of think one of them might low-key like fall. And that would be the end of old Chris. Yeah. Yeah, I'm low-key just walking around in the forest. Yeah, it's kind of a YouTube cliche to say it's been a while since my last video. But it's been a while since my last video. I think like 4 months, maybe more. A lot of shit has happened. Won't go into it now. A lot of it I'll probably never go into on a fucking YouTube channel. But I am alive. Yeah, probably like nobody saw the earlier videos that I uploaded. But I talked about the city of bridges. This isn't it, even though there's kind of a bridge right there, low-key. I did go to the city of bridges, and a lot of shit happened. Won't go into it, low-key. Oh fuck, look at all this mud. Yeah, so I, for reasons I won't go into now, yeah, a bunch of shit happened. I left the city of bridges. Right now I'm on Airstrip 1, specifically Scotland. More specifically Dundee. In a low-key park. Yeah, a bunch of shit happened. If you did watch any of the proof videos, yeah, I thought I had worked through basically everything. I had not worked through basically everything. Had some more shit to figure out. But I've come through it. Like I said, I'm alive. I hope I've come through it. Certainly made a lot of progress. Yeah, it's been a fucking trip. Life is the trip, man. Okay, that's a road there, and there's like a building, like... That's low-key civilization. I don't want to have anything to do with civilization right now. I want to go back into the forest. Yeah, I was trying to think of giving some kind of a life update. Hey, there's another fire. It looks like somebody's trying to start a fire. I mean, you wouldn't make a fire on the side of the tree. Somebody's trying to burn shit down. Good for them. Well, actually, no. Not trees. Don't burn trees that are still standing. Anyways. Yeah, I wanted to do some kind of a life update. That's a cool little homeless person island, though. That would be a cool, you'd have your own island. You could be homeless and you'd have your own little country and you put like a flag in there. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I wanted to do some kind of a life update. I don't fucking know what I can tell you or what I want to tell you. Yeah, I'm gonna not tell you all kinds of shit. How's that for a life update? No, I'm at this point, the only reason you can say that I'm not homeless is because I, for now, have some savings that I can use to keep a roof over my head every night. But if I don't get a job in a place pretty soon, then there's a good chance I'd have to like go to a shelter or I guess fucking colonize that island over there. So hopefully it won't come to that. I've had some interviews. Hopefully this place is going to hire me so I can stay off the street. Yeah. Yeah, it's been exciting and crazy and pretty rough since, well, fuck. I mean, if you saw my last video, like that's quite a concept for a video. How not to off yourself when you have no one. You can kind of tell from that video. Yeah, there's low-key some people walking up there. Yeah, so... yeah, I'm like low-key almost homeless. But I ain't homeless yet. And I may never be. And, you know, it is my own fault. Well, not completely, actually. But if I hadn't fucked up, if I had been more sensible, if I had dealt with my shit in a better way, then I wouldn't be in this precarious situation. So it is basically my own fault. But I have been quite unlucky. But I'm not going to go into too much detail about that, low-key. Yeah, this is kind of low-key. Scary situation. Not knowing what's going to happen. Again, somebody tried to burn some shit down. Pyromaniac Park. Yeah. Well, you know, if I'm lost, at least I can try and be free. Freedom and dignity. And if possible, peace. I mean, that would be the fucking trifecta right there. Freedom, dignity, and peace. I don't know if I can get all three. If I had to pick two, I'd take freedom and dignity. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool, actually. Just as an experience in life, just having nothing. You basically have no money or, you know, no real money to speak of, so no real wealth. You don't have like really any friends or any family. So if you're in that situation, at the very least, you can try and be free. Try and have some happiness, appreciate the moment. That's what I'm going to try and do. Yeah, those previous videos that I uploaded, whatever, July, I think. Yeah, that was thinking about those videos, planning them out, helped me big time. You know, expressing yourself. You should express yourself. You should say things. So that's what I did, and so I decided to get back to it because I think it's inherently healthy. It's like I said at the beginning of Proof Part 1, you know, I never say anything, so now I'm going to say everything. I never talk to anybody, so now I'm going to talk to everybody. Of course, you know, like, that video probably got like 3 views, and who knows even, like, how long anyone even watched them. You know, like those videos, there's like 8 of them, and I think they range from like 30 to 90 minutes in length, so who's going to fucking sit through that? Who's going to sit through this? Well, at least I'm doing something instead of sitting and just like talking. You should say things and you should do things. Express yourself and take action. So right now I'm doing things. I'm walking, low-key, walking in a park. Sorry for the shitty camera work, by the way. So you can maybe see way off in the distance. I don't know how well you can see that. There's cars over there. So we don't want to go in that direction, low-key. Yeah, so I'm on the edge of homelessness, I guess. And it is my own fucking fault. And, you know, I feel sort of embarrassed because, like, if you watch those proof videos and how positive I was near the end, some of the things I was talking about, yeah. So, like I said, I thought I had worked through my shit, and I totally had not. And so I got back to doing some of the dumb shit that I had been doing before. I recorded those proof videos, so feel bad about that. But I suppose there's no one to disappoint because, like, basically nobody saw those videos. But yeah, and ultimately that's perhaps not sufficient to have put me in this situation, but necessary for sure. Other shit happened that kind of wasn't my fault, but I would have handled it much better if I hadn't been doing the dumb shit that I was doing before drinking. And I said in one of those videos, you know, because I just cut out the alcohol and, you know, stress smoking cigarettes and smoking weed. And I said in the video, it's the easiest thing I've ever done. And it's true. It was the easiest thing I've ever done. And yet, fucking fell back in. And I think the reason why it was so easy was because, because I made those videos. And what I mean by that is because I decided to express myself. I decided to say things and do things. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm getting back to that. But, you know, back in the spring of, or whatever, early summer of 2025, things were definitely more optimistic than they are now. But fuck it. If I'm going to be on the edge of fucking homelessness, the edge of doom, then at the very least I should be fully alive. Because like I said, you know, if you're going to be lost, at least you can be free. And I can't be free if I'm not free from, well, addiction. And also, I guess, despair. Loneliness is something else. Fuck, I'm lonely. But, you know, maybe that'll change in the future. So I'm kind of low-key, like, gonna get back to making videos. I can't imagine that I would be industrious enough to update this channel regularly and build up some kind of following, but I don't know. It's fun for me to do. Shits and giggles. That's probably the most impressive attempt. That was a big fucking fire. I think there's more. What the hell is that? Is that another fucking burnt out car? No. Another attempt, I guess, to burn shit down. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. This is a fucking great park. More fires. Oh yeah, my dad died. I mean, he had advanced dementia, so it's kind of different when somebody has advanced dementia. Yeah, I actually, because like I said, I'm here on Airstrip 1. So when he died, you know, like I said, as I said, you know, I'm sort of looking at homelessness, possibly. Don't have much money. Trying to just get a job and in the meantime keep a roof over my head. And basically determined that it would be kind of cost prohibitive, the getting the plane back over the pond, accommodation, everything. You know, it would have been a pretty penny. And you know, I knew I needed to sort of conserve my financial resources as much as I can. I think a bird just got eaten here. Not just, but yeah, so I actually didn't go to the funeral, but you know what, like, I watched him die. You know, I didn't need to see him dead. So I didn't go to the funeral. My mom's probably not going to last long, who also has advanced dementia. So when that happens, I mean, that happens anytime soon. I'm not really going to be able to afford to go back for that funeral either, but it's the same thing. I watched her die. I know they're somehow still in there, but you know, actually seeing what it's like being power of attorney, or just seeing the whole process, the decline inch by inch. Like I said, you know, I watched them die. I don't need to see them dead. But, you know, in theory, if she lasts a while, then I guess it won't be, and if I'm not in a sort of precarious situation financially, then I guess I'll be able to go for the funeral. So we'll see. Wonder how close I can get. Hey guys. I don't mean to bother you guys. I'm actually just low-key looking for a place to piss. Yeah, so I fell off the wagon or whatever the expression is. It's funny, you know, back in the spring of 2025, when I cut out the bullshit, it was the easiest thing I ever did in my life. Yeah, getting sober is hard and easy. And I talked about that in one of those proof videos. I don't know how to describe it. It's not about being strong or being disciplined. It has nothing to do with strength. It has nothing to do with being disciplined. Yeah, it's about choosing to live your life. The tricky thing is, it's amazing how easy it is to forget what something feels like. I mean, we forget, you know, phone numbers or somebody's name or, you know, somebody's fucking birthday or something. But it's, I think one of the problems, and I mentioned this, you know, with depression, and I think it's also something that addiction will make worse, that you can forget what something feels like. You can forget what happiness feels like or whatever positive emotions. And that's the problem. This is a really nice tree. Low-key. It's just so easy to forget what something feels like. And then if you get lost in the sauce or whatever your poison is, it makes it even easier to forget, harder to remember. As I said, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I mean, being in a park like this, walking around, I mean, it's probably kind of like what heaven is like. I mean, what do you think heaven is like? It's probably not that much different from this. You know, it's a nice day. I guess in heaven there'd like be other people with you in most cases. So, you know, that would be nice, but, you know, yeah, that can happen in the future, I suppose. Low-key. You know, a forest is basically a graveyard. You have, or at least, I don't know, this is obviously managed, I suppose, but in a natural forest, it's basically a graveyard because you have the ancestors of the trees in the forest that are in various states of decomposition in the ground. And some of those ancestors have disintegrated or decomposed, however you want to say it, completely, and have turned into soil. And that soil supports the current trees of the forest. That's a nice tree, lowkey. I could never walk around and talk to myself like this if I was, like, you know, on the street, like in a city. It'd be like too embarrassed, people hearing me talking to myself. Some bikesmen over there, bikelanders. Yeah, I'm willing to, like, record myself and put it on the internet, but I don't want people to see me recording myself and putting it on the internet because I'm, like, embarrassed about that. That's fucking meta. Maybe if this job falls through, maybe I'll go woofing, willing workers on organic farms. I could keep a roof over my head doing that. I just have to fucking work, like, enough just for room and board. That would keep me off the street. And I like farm work. I like nature. So maybe that could be a fail-safe. Oh, another fire. With some broken glass. I really enjoyed seeing that burnt out car. That was pretty cool. What the fuck happened here? Dude, I think there was a fucking car here. I think they burnt out another car. Look at that. I think that might be from a car. It's car shaped. Who the fuck is taking cars in this park and then burning them to the fucking ground? Yeah, I'm low-key excited about this new format. You know, I'm not just looking into the camera and saying things. I'm doing things. I'm walking around. I'm saying things and I'm doing things in this new format. You should do things. Don't you think? You're alive. You should do things and you should say things. You should talk to people and you should tell them things. Oh, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. This is great. I feel like I have somebody to talk to. I'm talking to you. I'm saying things. This is great. Another fucking car was burnt the fuck down. I think. Vehicular sacrifice. No, maybe it wasn't a car. Maybe somebody just had a barbecue. No, wait, look at that. I think it was another, maybe it was another fucking car. Like, what, is that a piece of a car? Maybe it was another car. It's car sized. It's car shaped. was so weird. Yeah, there's somebody low-key golfing over there. You should do things. And you should say things. You should tell people things. Talk to people. People should know you. Don't you think? I think people should know you. And they would like to. And you should know people. And you would like that. You should say things to people. I want to have a place, and I want to have a job, and then maybe like some friends. That'd be fucking awesome. I kind of like low-key don't want to die. Not yet. Fuck dying. I don't want to leave this place. Well, I suppose there's other stuff I can do while I'm alive, but I just don't want to leave this place. I think this place is kind of like heaven. It's really nice. In a rough spot here. I mean, literally. Gotta get out of here. And I hope I can get a fucking job in a place. And then I'll have like money. Like I can like buy food and shit. I mean, I can do that now, but I mean, I won't have to, like I'll work for the money. I'll do things. And then after I've done those things, people will give me money for the things that I did. And then I'll be able to use the money to pay rent and to buy food. And like whatever, like toothpaste and shit like that. And I won't have to, I'll be financially solvent. One of the dumbest fucking things that people do, like one of the biggest time wasters, is just trying to get fucking rich. I mean, if you like doing something and it happens to pay well, fine. But Jesus Christ. People get dollar signs in their eyes. They make decisions based on money. Trying to get rich, yeah, it's fucking stupid. I mean, I don't know why people do it, but I just think it's one of the biggest fucking time wasters. I'm fucking unemployed. Practically homeless. Getting there. Yeah, I thought a few times over the last little while, I've thought, you know, Chris, you've actually lived, in your own weird way, you've actually lived a pretty interesting life. However fucked up this situation is, it is pretty interesting. Having your life completely fucking destroyed. Like divorce, whatever. Severe depression, suicidal ideation, addiction. Then some more addiction and depression. Now here I am. It's pretty interesting. I mean, it's not bullshit. It's not fucking frivolous, at least there's that. Might as well fucking document it. Who knows what's gonna happen? I should try not to think in terms of what's gonna happen, you know, that sort of passive mentality. I mean, I can do things. I can take action and I can do things. I should try not to think so much in terms of things just happening as if I have no control. No, I'm going to do things. But still, when you do things, and you say things, the things still just kind of happen and you can't really control them. And that's okay. It's even kind of fun. Anyways, who fucking knows what's going to happen? This is fucked up. I can't fucking believe I'm 46 years old. I can't believe I'm fucking... This is wild. Yeah, I was going to say, I was thinking earlier that this park is remarkably clean, so I'm a bit disappointed to see this. That bush right there is kind of nice, low-key. Ultimately, people are governed by their hearts. I said that before in a previous video. That's why cutting out the fucking alcohol or drugs or whatever is so hard and so easy. You can't get out of it with muscle. I mean, you can't get out of it with discipline. You have to use your heart. Because your heart got you into it, you know. That's why you started doing that shit, despair. So you have to fix that. I have all kinds of shit that I have to deal with. Shit that I should have dealt with, but I was too busy, lost in the sauce. I owe some back taxes or something to fucking government. And I still haven't finalized the divorce. I'm waiting on some stupid form from the government to do with the house. And apparently they don't email it. They literally use snail mail like it's fucking 1990. Because it's the government and they suck. And the lawyers are still asking for money. I don't have very much money. And I need to stay off the fucking street. So I have all kinds of shit that I have to deal with. Quite a backlog of work, so to speak. I don't want to leave. This is great. I wish this day would never end. I'm fucking present. I'm in the moment. Got drunk last night. For what's supposed to be the last time. Smoked what's supposed to be my last cigarette this morning. This is fun. Yeah, when you get drunk and you get high, you don't do things. You don't say things. You don't tell people things. At least not things that matter. This is fun. I'm doing things. This is a thing. That tree's nice. Sun's gonna go down eventually. I'm gonna have to leave. This is fun. I'm alive. I'm walking in a park. There's a bird flying up there. And then there's the moon. This is cool. I keep hearing this quote. I think it's attributed to Jung. Until the unconscious is made conscious, it will guide your life and you will call it fate. It's been hell, but ever since I got on that plane and flew east across the pond, much which was unconscious has been made conscious. It's a fucking brutal process, though, but I did it. I was thinking about the opening to Dune Part 1, which I believe is also Jungian psychology. Dreams are messages from the deep. I've been having some dreams. I think I know what I need to do. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I became lucid in a dream. I was having a dream and I became aware that it was a dream. And I haven't been trying to do that. I've heard that you can sort of make it so that you'll eventually do that. I wasn't even trying to do it, but I became lucid. It was weird. I was on this, I guess like a field, and it was like snowy. There was snow everywhere. And there was like maybe some other people with me. I have no idea who they were, just people. And then like the ground beneath us started to go up, like move up, and we were standing on this mountain, sort of like the plateau of the mountain. So it was like flat where we were standing, but it was like we were on the top of this mountain that just sort of came out of the ground, and it was like really scary. And we were really high up. And then there were like parts of the mountain, like some of the sides were like practically just a sheer drop, like a cliff, like 90 degrees, like straight down. And one of the people, I guess they had some kind of like material, like nylon or whatever, and they like one of them, they made it into, because we were like, how are we going to get off of this mountain? And one of them, like there was like some nylon material or something, and they took the nylon material and they just kind of like made it into a parachute, and then they parachuted down off the mountain. And then I remember I was talking to like one of the other people that was like still on the mountain. And like we were on the top of the mountain, this plateau, and the plateau started like sort of falling off. So it was getting like smaller and smaller. So it's like you're going to fall or whatever. You have to get off the mountain. And like I remember I said to one of the other people, dude, it's a dream. You can do whatever you want. And I just had the idea, I'm going to basically kind of like slide down. And I found a part of the mountain where it wasn't a sheer drop. And I just sort of like kind of surfed down, like on my feet. Like I just sort of slid down. And then I woke up. Yeah, this job that I might get, if they hire me, I mean, if they offer me the job, like, I'll pretty much take it because, well, it's better than the street. But yeah, like, if they offer me the job, I'll take it. And that means I'll be going to fucking Peru. It's pretty wild. Yeah, I'm in this place. It's a really cheap Airbnb here in Dundee. The city of my father's birth, in fact. And I had a second interview with them 2 days ago, and then, like, like a couple hours after we finished the interview, I thought, okay, good. I asked him when do you know when you'll be able to let me know, one way or the other, what your decision is? He said, oh, like by next week for sure. But then, like a couple of hours after the interview, I got another email to set up a third interview. So I have to do a third interview. Supposedly it'll be sometime next week. But God, not knowing is kind of stressful. I shouldn't have to do 3 fucking interviews for a fucking job. So I was supposed to leave this Airbnb on Monday, which is like, 3 days from now? I think I'll see if I can stay on another week, and hopefully by the end of next week I will know one way or the other, like, if they're gonna hire me. And yeah, if they do hire me, well, beggars can't be choosers. Not that it's like necessarily a bad job. It'd be so cool to have a job and a place and be a real person again. Maybe even like have friends and stuff. So yeah, if they offer me the job, I'll take it, and that means I'll be going to fucking Peru. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Yeah, the sun's getting lower. Some clouds that have moved in. You can feel that it's getting darker. It's kind of sad. Yeah, I want to go back to the Airbnb. And I want to get a good night's sleep. I want to dream. Looking forward to that. And maybe I'll even come back here tomorrow. Or I'll find another part of something. Maybe I'll do a video. Maybe I'll go into town. Because where I am, it's like on the outskirts of Dundee. Maybe I'll go into town and do some video. Show you guys Dundee. Another fucking car was burnt down. I'm sure of it. It's car shaped. It's car sized. People bring cars here and they burn them the fuck down. It's not sunny anymore. You should do things. Like find some random car and take it to a park in Dundee and burn it to shit. Live your life, man. Yeah, I kind of low-key went fishing. And I got blown off course. So here I am. But there's no home to get back to. So I'm kind of low-key trying to find one. Oh man, I was just thinking of this song. I mean, it's a song by a band called The Smiths, which I basically don't know anything about, but it was a cover of a Smiths song. It was by the Cranberries. The song is called There Is a Light That Never Goes Out. I listened to that song a lot, like when I first flew over the pond. Just been thinking about it a lot. The lyrics really have a lot of significance for me. Another song is Burnin' For You by BOC, Blue Oyster Cult. Yeah, it's specifically over the past year. The lyrics of that song just mean more and more to me. Hey, thanks for coming along on this walk with me. Non-existent person that you are. Parasocial friend. It's been real, man. NGL. Holy shit, it's raining over there. Yeah, it is fucking Scotland. Oh, shite. There, it stopped raining. It's Scotland. You know why Inner Light is the best episode of Star Trek The Next Generation? It's because it's basically a metaphor for a person. Like, you try to make contact and you send a message out. And you may never make contact with anyone, but you send that message out, and long after you're dead, somebody reads that poem or hears that song.